Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be meeting people with similar interests. Got an email here from a viewer. He says, "Hey Coach, I hope all is well, and many thanks for your book, articles, and video newsletters. Since I found your videos on YouTube, my life has improved much already. I exercise longer, I juice vegetables, I changed my diet, I focus on my job, and as a result, I look better, I feel more energetic, I need less sleep, and things are going really well at work. Thank you for that." That's awesome, man. Good fucking job. Like I say all the time, you can say, "Corey, I think you're a total fucking douchebag as a coach, but if you just apply what I teach, you will see that it works for you," just like this particular guy has done that. So pat yourself on the back for having a big set of balls and recognizing that what you were doing in your life was not working and that there was a better way, and you applied it, and now you're getting the results, just like I talk about. And that's what I love about what I do. Is like, you don't have to believe anything I say. You just, if you apply what I teach, you will see that it works for you. And she says, "Oh, I'm a woman though." Well, awesome. So she says, "I've been talking to many guys to practice, and I've been dating too. Funny enough, I find myself doing the things that you describe. I catch myself bumping into a guy and losing interest when he doesn't go for the kiss." Ah, look at this, fellas. For all the guys that are watching that, when I talk about it, because there's guys that write sometimes that go, "Well, I should wait till the second or third date. You shouldn't do it." And here you got a woman saying she loses interest when the guy doesn't go for the kiss. Why? Because it communicates a lack of confidence. She says, "Similarly, I lost interest in a guy who kept pushing for a second date, even though at first I felt very positive about him." She says, "Following your book, I made a list of what I want and what I don't want a guy, but despite that, I struggle finding men whom I may potentially like." She says, how do I find a guy who can and wants to be my rock?" She says, "I usually find guys through the internet, but I would really like to meet someone offline." Well, that's awesome. Thank you for the question. And again, I'm honored that you would apply the things that I teach and you get the results. So it's great. And so here's the deal. What I've learned about life is like attracts like. In other words, you want to meet a certain type of person in your life. And I wrote an article, I did an article a while back called "How to Attract the Perfect Woman." And I also wrote about that in my book. But it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It works for both sexes. Because the idea is that before you get into a relationship or even you start dating, you got to figure out what is it you want. What kind of person do you want? What kind of personality do they have? What do they look like physically? What are their interests? What are their values? And so think about this. If you want to meet somebody and really connect with somebody to the point where they're like completing your sentences, and that's rare, it doesn't happen every day, but you need to think about this, is that what do you like to do for fun? So you want to spend your time doing the things that are your hobbies, doing the things that are your interests. Because if you're in, like for me, I'm really into working out and being healthy, and so I meet a lot of people at the gym. There's always lots of people there you can chit-chat and shoot the shit with and talk, and there's usually good-looking, in-shape members of the opposite sex there too. So whether you're a guy or a girl, a gym is a great way to meet people, because I like taking care of my body, and I like women who are in great shape as well. And there's usually quite a few of them at the gym that I go to. And so that's, like, for me, in my case, that's one particular place that I go about meeting them. The other thing is that, what are my interests? What are my hobbies? What are your interests? What are your hobbies? Like attracts like. And so if you want to meet somebody you really connect with, go do the things that you love to do. If you're into mountain biking, go mountain bike. If you're really into art, then go to art festivals and art fairs, or go to museums where art is, or there's art shows, or go to an art gallery. Or if you really love to cook and you're a food freak, go take a cooking class. Go take an advanced cooking class. Maybe you'll meet somebody in there. The idea is that if you're doing things that you really love, that are emotionally compelling to you, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that you do for a living or for work. It could be a hobby. The idea is that if you're into triathlons, because I got clients that like to do triathlons. Well, if they're into triathlons, it's pretty easy to meet other people, members of the opposite sex, that are into triathlons as well. And so when you're hanging out, you go on the race, it's very easy to meet somebody and strike up a conversation if you're both doing an activity that you're both passionate about. So the idea is go places and do things that you really love and you're really excited about, even if you have to go and do them by yourself. Because if you're just doing something you really love and you're happy doing it and you're having a good time doing it, you're going to meet other people that like doing it. If you like to go out and party, or party like a rock star. I mean, I used to do that when I was younger. I mean, I don't really like to drink very much anymore. You know, like maybe a couple of times a month I'll drink. And I don't have the tolerance for it, and so I can't really drink too many cocktails without getting a hangover the next day. And so I just, going out to a bar and nightclub and doing all those things, I might every once in a while go out and do that stuff, but it's like, I'm going to be 43 in a month, and it's like I just have no desire to go out and hang out in a smoky bar and get shit-faced in order to meet people. That's not what I want to do at this particular point in my life. But I have a lot of clients that are in college, they're in their 20s, and they still love to do those things. And you know what? I'd love to be doing those things too if they just were, if you could do it and not get hungover and it didn't affect you physically like it does. Because it's like everybody likes, being buzzed feels great. But you know what? It's like you get to a point in your life and you're just like, hey, I just don't want to do those things anymore. And that's okay. It's not a judgment. It's just that, hey, when I was in my 20s and my early 30s, it's pretty much every weekend I was fucking shit-faced with my buddies. We were out doing something, or we were out partying, or if I was in a relationship with a girlfriend, we'd be home sit at home having a bottle of wine or something like that. And it's just a lifestyle choice that I made. But if you love going out to bars and nightclubs, you can take the stuff that I learned, you can fucking clean up. You can meet a lot of people and have a really great time doing that. And my point being is that you got to go out and do things that you really like. Go do your hobbies. Go do your interests. Go, if you like skydiving, go skydive a lot. You'll meet other people that like to skydive. And like I said, like attracts like. And so when you put yourself into the same circles with other people that like to do the same kinds of things, your chances of meeting somebody and having chemistry go up dramatically because they're into the same kinds of things that you are. So if you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several weeks to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a box that has a link that'll take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, just download one of their free e-reader apps for whatever electronic device you want to read it on. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters, the articles on my website, and my ebook, you can show your appreciation right now by going to my website and on the Wibiya toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.